Hello, I am Abhishek, and today I am telling about the tech seminar topic on REST API. REST API is a platform that represents a state transfer application programming interface. It's a set of rules that developers follow when they create their API. It's a set of rules that the developers follow when they create their API. These rules dictate how data can be created, read, updated, or deleted using HTTP methods. REST is an architectural style of designing network application relying on stateless client server communication, usually over HTTP. And the REST API gives a most elegant method to describe. And the key concepts of REST are: in REST, every piece of data, user and order of book is considered as resource. Every piece of data is considered as the resources. Each resources is identified a unique URL. Each resources is identified by a unique URL. Example, in a library system, slash books might be represent the collection of all books, and books on might be representing a specific book with the ID one. Stateless communication. Each request from a client to a server must contain all the information needed to the understand and process the request. The server does not store any session information about the client request. This makes REST APIs scalable and easier to maintain. HTTP methods, also known as HTTP verbs, define the type of operation to be performed on a resource. Common method include get, post, put, delete, and patch. Already we are using get in our REST API, and the another thing is a post, put, delete, and patch. Uniform information. REST API follows a uniform interface which simplifies and decouples with the architecture, enabling each part to evolve independently. Get purpose: retrieve the data from the server. Idempotent, as multiple identical requests should have the same effect as a single request. Ebooks. Get books on. Send the data to the server to create a new resources. Idempotent, no repeating the same request by creating multiple resources. Example usage. Post books Post books title, new books, other book. Put purpose: updating an existing resources or creating a new resources if it doesn't exist. And a potent S. Repeating the request will produce the same result. Example usage. Put books title updated with other name. Purpose: remove a resources from the server. And a potent says the resources will be deleted if it exists. Example usage: a purpose: apply partially modification to our resources, and a potent repeatedly request will produce the same result. The results gives that all the things. Actually, the REST API is a representational state transfer application program interface. It's a way of two computer systems to communicate over HTTP in a simple and efficient manner. REST APIs are widely used in a services to enable interaction between clients like browser or mobile apps and servers. Key concepts of the REST are resources. Everything in a REST API is a resources, which is an object of representation of something. Resources are accessed using a URL, uniform resource locator. Stateless. Each API call from the client to the server must contain all the information needed to understand and process the request. The server does not store any client context between requests. HTTP methods. These are the actions you can perform on the resources. Primary HTTP methods used in RESTful API are get, post, put, delete, and patch. And uniform interface refers that resources are accessed in a consistent way using a specific set of convention, usually standard HTTP methods. The common HTTP methods are get purpose is the retrieve data from the server. Example, fetching a list of users or details of a specific user. Idempotent. Yes, repeating the same request will have the same effect. Example of the usage, get users user one query. And the next one method is HTTP method is post. Purpose, send the data to the server to create a new resource. Example, adding a new user. And idempotent, no repeating the same request may create multiple resources. Example, usage. Put. Purpose, update an existing resources on or create a new resources if doesn't exist. Example, updating user information. Idempotent, yes. Example is delete, remove a resources from the server. Example, deleting a user. Idempotent, yes. Example usage. Patch. Purpose, its main purpose are apply partial modification to a resources. And one example is the updating just the email of a user, is the main thing. And the example of REST API gives that get all books from a server, get all specific book, add a new book into the code, and updating an existing block, deleting a book, partially updating a book. And the thing is that the method of system to communicate over HTTP using a resource batch approach. HTTP method actions like get, post, put, delete, and patch define where what operation can be performed on resources. Status, each request must contain all information contains as the server does not keep client context. Understanding these basic concepts of the methods and REST APIs, the things that and what is this REST API? REST API represents state